What's up, folks? I'm back with another reaction, back with some more punk rock, and we're back with another tune from the Bad Brains. We're going back to their 1982 self-titled album, Bad Brains. But yeah, we're going to listen to the opening tune on the album, which is called Sailin On. I've always liked this whole album. It does have a mixture of their different flavors. It does have a couple reggae tunes and slower tracks. Obviously, those who follow them will know that over time, that sound has become more of their main focus. I think they still do play some of their punk tunes at shows, but I know for a while they went as the Soul Brains, and I think in the iteration of the Soul Brains, it was almost entirely sort of dub and reggae and down-tempo and so on. But yeah, I do like that even as early as '82, they did have a couple different styles on their opening album. But yeah, their opening song, Sailin On, it is one of their, sort of fast, rip-roaring punk tunes. It's interesting. I think in some ways it bears similarities to the Subhumans' Love Is, ellipse, like ... as well as a number of other songs in the punk world. But I do think it's interesting when a band that is more known for being about, politics and social commentary and, like scathing cultural critiques, actually has a song that's about, interpersonal relationships and the sort of psychological grief that can go along with that. But it's interesting because, whereas the song Not Me, or not Me, that's another great Subhuman song, but no, whereas the song Love Is basically cynical and pessimistic so far as it's just saying like, oh man, just when you thought you didn't have a heart, just when you read all the things in the world that brought you down and made you feel awful about, what goes on this planet, you found someone that you really cared about and can maybe share your time with and, alleviate at least some of that like psycho-emotional weight. And it's like, oh shit, then you got your heart broken and, it's like, maybe it was no one's fault, maybe it just didn't work out or whatever, but, just when you thought, like, the emotions of the world couldn't get to you as much because you had become so jaded, like, oh shit, now your heart's broken. So there's no, like, resolution to it. It's just like, shit, man, like, even if you try to be a decent person and find someone to be a decent person with, you can still, have your heart and mind crushed. But this song is sort of saying the same thing, but with a sort of personal choice sort of added on the end, meaning he's saying like, you don't love me anymore, like this isn't working anymore, I gave you my heart, you broke it, whatever, well, I'm sailing on, I'm moving on, like, life is too short, essentially, is what the song is saying, to spend it like being all broken up inside over something that has run its course and isn't working anymore, especially if you're the one that's been rejected. It's like, all right, well, you know what, if you're not into that, if you don't want me for who I am, then I need to move on, I need to sail right on out of here. So I've always been amused by this song in the sense that like it shares similarities with some other like damn love hurts sort of songs in the punk world, but it has a bit more of like a defiance, or maybe not defiance, but it's about like taking care of oneself. It's about moving on when, the time has more than come. The writing's been on the wall for a couple days now. So anyway, let's get to it. This is Sailin' On by Bad Brains on their opening album from 1982. I thought I had it queued up, but give me 1 second. I do apologize. Here we go, and away. Last time I reacted to one of their songs, but he does vocalizations that nobody else does. Like just has his own style. But yeah, at the end, he's basically saying, life's too short for this, like, you can't let those feelings and those situations become just like cancerous mainstays in your life. You have to sail on, you have to move on. So yeah, I really enjoy it, and again, as a sort of, discography opening track, first track on your first official album, what a fireball. And as I said before, I listen to a lot of bands with singers that sort of have their very own style, just this, unique, which literally means like, one of a kind. Like, oh, it's more unique, less unique. Well, it's either one of a kind or it's not. I'm guilty of it too. I use that expression in a colloquial way often. But I really do think there are some unique singers out there, and I think HR, Human Resource, as he has been known for a long time, is very much one of those singers, and the way he can actually get very low and deep, but then screech and reach these insane frequencies that just most humans, aside from infant babies when they're shrieking, cannot attain. All within the flash of 2 seconds. It's remarkable. So yeah, big ups to HR, big ups to the rest of the guys. Let me know if there's a tune I haven't reacted to yet on here. I haven't done the majority. I've done a few now. I've done Band in DC. What else did I do? I think I did Big Takeover. That was a long time ago. I mean, I look back on some videos I did a few months ago. It's like, oh god, the sound levels are messed, and I just, basically, I feel like I've gotten a little bit better at doing this. So there might be 1 or 2 songs where I'm going to go back and redo them. Again, Big Takeover is one of my favorites, so I'll have to go back and look at the video and see. But yeah, there might be some songs that I did when I first created this channel, after I had to come over here after my old channel. YouTube basically said it's not going to be supported because it's linked to an old university email, which, I'm already graduated, and apparently YouTube told my college, nope, only current students get to use our services. So I had to make this new account. And when I started here, I was still sort of finding my way making videos. I mean, I'm still finding my way making videos, but ultimately, yeah, I might redo that one. But yeah, if there's another tune on here I haven't done, I feel like I should do I Love Ijaw. It's one of the reggae tunes on this record, and I think it's a good tune, so we'll come back for that one next time. Once more, shout out to the artwork. I do want to mention, there's a quote on the back here. I quoted it in one of the other videos, but the best punk hardcore album of all time, quote, Adam Yauch from Beastie Boys. So yeah, this was a record that made waves, across the musical world. Anyway, let me know what you think. Other than that, I'll see you next time.